And I get to start.
Hold on, let me message it to him.
Yeah.
Stop. Are you guys ready or?
Yeah, we're ready.
Okay, is Periodic Inferno ready?
Yo.
Yeah.
I need to take a piss. Give me a moment.
I'm gonna wait
You
till the
taking a piss? I'm
17
taking a
minute
piss.
mark, and then I'm.
Alright, I'm taking a piss too. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna piss. Shut up.
Dude, this nigga's name is El Chapo Cargo Player. Record shit. Ready. Let's go, y'all. Good luck, y'all.
What is up, Reflex? Hi. Nice try with the game for Hyper Series. Yeah, that made me sad, but we tried. We tried. Anyways, we have Reality League, new Reality League. Pardon me, not the old classic Reality League. Best of one. I don't even know what week this is or if this is placements or not, but it's Periodic Inferno versus Team Bedtime. So I've not heard of either of these teams. Well, I've heard their names now, but I do not know either of these teams. So this is a first for me. Potentially for you, it's a first. I don't know exactly. It's just gonna depend on what that looks like. Anyways, on to the first round. Looking at the ban phase very quickly. Sorry for the silence there. You have Thatcher, Jackal, Ellum, Lucy. The majority of those make sense. The Ella, I've actually seen this ban phase before in a 2v2, so it is a bit surprising to see that immersion in this landscape. The rest of it is stereotypical, but the Ella is the sort of black sheep. I don't think it's a comfort ban for Periodic Inferno. I think it might be a target ban, because it's certainly not a very strategic ban. It's more pushing towards making the game strategy-based, considering that Ella is an operator with very low utility that's usually just used as a hard frag. Sure, she brings a shield and the 3 Grismont mines, but it's not as though that's major utility.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Anyways, on to the first round, which is CC and Cash Defense, actually, by Periodic Inferno, or Inferno Periodic. I don't know exactly, considering the fact that the roles are all split up, but do have a stereotypical-ish lineup from them. Do have some heavy intel here in terms of the Valkyrie of, I don't even know what that is. I'm gonna presume that's just Bent, and then Star as the Maestro, so he's bringing some heavy utility, some rather heavy intel, I'd say, considering you don't normally see both of those on Cash and CC as well. You'd normally expect something along the lines of a Goyo or a Smoke, which we do see from Tice. And then you obviously have sort of quintessential Jaeger and the Bandit, of course. But the rest of it is just a tiny bit odd to see. And looking at the attacking lineup here of Team Bedtime, it's kind of, for the most part, it makes sense. The only weird choice is Bot 4859 as the Ying. I don't know if he's looking for a rush, considering the pace at which he's moving. I don't think so, but it is confusing. And did I don't think that was that an impact trick. I think something just went wrong there, considering that. I mean, it might have been. I think it was an actual impact trick. Oh my god, it was. Star just impact tricked a thermite charge. Peppermint gets first blood for his team and for the game. Taking down Tyso. Big frag coming out from him. And taking out the smoke with all 3 smoke waves still on him. Does remove about 30 seconds of push denial there. But alas, it is going to take some time off of the hands of Team Bedtime, and that, you know, although Spearmint didn't die, both of his thermite charges were actually impact tricked by Star due to that hole there. 3v4 Spearmint will take down Bed as Bot had fallen. I don't know exactly who. It would be VT, as the Bandit will actually be taken down there by Takeesh. With just Star, who will actually pick out Peppermint, and Reed's the other one left in a 2v3 right now, getting hard pings. One in Khan's gonna swing the Maverick there of Takeesh. Star rotating around. He's actually off-site as a Maestro, leaving it up to just Reed's here. 50 seconds or so on the clock. Does take down Spearmint, but the diffuser is down, but he is very low here. Star will get a double kill down to Takeesh. It's up to just Tokyo. He's on site. I don't know if they realize it, but he does have that site control, to at least to an extent. He doesn't have the diffuser, though, and he needs to clear out Reeds here if he wants to make something happen. Actually lower just a bit thanks to the Evil Eye there of Star, as Tokyo does take down Reeds. I don't know why Tokyo hasn't just taken that out, and that way Star wouldn't be able to deny the plant through the Evil Eye, because that's the only real chance currently that Star has. Star is going to try and presumably push up Red. He has low times. Tokyo looking for the plant now. Looks like he will be able to stick it, and he will. I'm showing an angle here. Star's going to push up Red. Might try and go for the cash side. He does have time. Does have about, let's see, 25 seconds-ish. He's trying to pre-fire it. Does have 80 bullets, probably close to 40 at this point, and doesn't matter, though. It's more than enough for him to get the kill there onto Tokyo. Takes him out. That'll be the round for Periodic Inferno.
Defenders disable the diffuser. Bomb defusing attempt failed. Defenders win.
Strong first round. Well, I wouldn't say strong, messy first round there. Star managing to show his power is a star power, if you wanted to make a joke about it, considering that he managed to actually use that sort of classic Maverick hole that had been set up by Takeesh, and one right by the corner rappel where you can use to take out the bandits. Managed to actually turn that around and turn it into a hole to impact trick, and it stopped them from getting the wall open. They didn't commit to opening that with the Maverick. They just, after they lost the 2 thermite charges, they waited about 20 seconds doing nothing, and then, you know, Takeesh started on and then was like, screw it, I'm going to go rotate somewhere else, and it ended up, I think to an extent it cost them the round, in that they weren't really able to get their feeding fully. So, strong play there from him, and then just a bit of a mess on the other side, on the rest. And they'd started to disassemble the site, really. They'd started to get that cons wall and get control of the site. They had relatively strong presence. The only thing is that they didn't really have all that great vision. I mean, Red was empty for a lot of that round, and although people were around Red in Rafters, CC, and Cash, nobody was actually really holding down Red. So if the wall had been open there, and or the attacking team had taken Red, I think that round would have pretty easily gone their way. It's just about taking those opportunities, recognizing them, and capitalizing on them. We'll have to see if they can capitalize here on Basement, and it's going to be interesting to see how they respond. They do have to deal with not only some Rooney Surrogates set up by Tice, they might have to deal with some Nitro from below from Star. He does have, actually, in the floorboards. I'm surprised by that. He has one on the floorboards. He doesn't have anything above kitchen, which is what I was going to mention, but it's interesting to note there's no way for them to actually get that open unless they Maverick check it, considering that they don't have a Thatcher and the Kite is out of reach. So he would need to just put like a corner in. I think that's a smart choice if I was him. They do also need to start worrying about getting the hatches, but then again, do have to wonder, are they going to be trying to have a pre-placed? Interestingly enough, Star trying to pre-place and set up a Nitro, but I think that was definitely a waste. He didn't have any intel. He was just taking a guess, and it's also given a bit of a vertical hole there for the attacking team. Obviously, nobody really affected by it, but still, and now it's up to just Dakish at this point if they want to get any walls open, considering that it's all Kaede. They do get that left wall there thanks to, I don't even know how. I'm going to presume that it was some sort of frag grenade hole. 4v5 though as Dakish takes down VT, and there goes the Kaede. He did get all his utility down, but still not great to lose a Nitro as well as pardon me, the gun as well. That lowered, surprisingly enough, by Tokyo as he'll try and push through blue. 4v4 as Rage will actually pick off Tokyo. And 4v3, pardon me, Spearman will take down 1. 2v4 now. Dakish gets the double kill on the bed. It's looking like the defense here of Periodic Inferno is collapsing. 2v3, Star will take down 1 on his Spearman. Looks for another, and he'll almost get it. He will. Confirms it onto Bot. And think that the Fuser is down now on Dirt side. Dakish needs to pick it up, that or Peppermint, but neither of them are in the right positions. They have 40 seconds left. They're going to have to actually push through the objective if they want to get the diffuser. Reeds actually spots Dakish there as he rotates around. Peppermint down and out. Thanks to Star getting another 3k. Looking for a fourth, potentially Dakish in Moto. Just trying to hold that down. Reed's going to just hold down Church Bar here, as you can tell. Dakish looking to push forward now. Holding the angles. We'll just be trying to play that basement hall in Moto's side. Star giving some interference there from blue. 1v1 now. Dakish will take down Reeds. Looks for a second. Just gets all aggro, and Star doesn't care. 7 kills in 2 rounds. A 4k and a 3k. Star netting his team 2 rounds. Strong play from him. Is truly a power player here for Periodic Inferno. I think if he was not playing, if he was not actually here, I think that this would likely be 0-2. This has been very close. This has been 1v1s. He's just winning all the gunfights here. And it's surprisingly close. The only problem is that the playstyle of Team Bedtime does not support trades. They are getting walls open. It's taking them a bit, which admittedly there's a Kite on the board and there's no Thatcher, so it should theoretically take a bit longer. Should favor a bit towards the defense, considering with that in mind, but still. Oh. And then got the setup here of Periodic Inferno. It's a bit confusing. Looks like they might be trying to extend into cons. They do have that Logi Mirror setup, which I've seen before. It is fairly successful. The only things that you need to have an ADS or 2 on it, or maybe a mirror, a castle barricade, pardon me, on it, because that is all you have to do in order to clear somebody out from that is just open up this hatch and then throw a frag grenade in. There's nothing stopping the Maverick or the Sledge of Tokyo or of Dakish from simply opening up the hatch and then throwing a frag grenade in it. Sure, there's a Kaede Electroclone, but that's not going to stop it. I think a barricade might be the right decision there. They also have an interesting choice of Frost here, which isn't normally played. I don't know why they're doing that. Consider it a bit of a waste. Someone will get on a soft wall as Peppermint takes down Yatice, and there goes the castle. I think he had gotten all his utility down, so not the end of the world. Did get it on Windows. So that could be very easily taken out by Tokyo with the MC hammer. So I'd consider that a bit of a waste from him. I would have expected if he wanted to cover the electric claw here, he would have put it on this doorway instead, so that way you have to put some sort of actual explosive on instead of just putting a hammer. Well, we interesting to see if the Frost of Reeds can actually pick up a kill off of a mat, or at the very least a down. But then again, most of them can be hit from a repel. That one can. This one likely won't be hit unless somebody is really ignorant. And this one is unlikely. As you can see, that mirror one being abandoned 4v4. Star will actually pick up bot, and he's single-handedly extended himself into cash. I mean, we saw him putting down the reinforcements, then he stopped. And air jab being hit actually by the Kaid. 4v3 actually. Peppermint will take down Reeds. Vici looking for a kill, he'll be denied by Spearmint. The two mid players getting kills here and there. Everywhere 2v3. Star will pick off Takeesh. It's just him and Ben Season against Tokyo, Peppermint, and Spearmint. Health advantage heavily favoring currently the attacking team. Tokyo is down due to the frost mat. Wow, Reed's getting a bit of revenge from the grave. Spearmint will pick off Bet, though. He admittedly was quite low. Don't know if Tokyo's going to get revived, most likely considering that they have a 1v3 and they have side control. Star now trying to actually stop this plan. Experiment looking for it. He will likely get it, as Tokyo is revived. But 3k from Star, he'll pick off Spearmint. If he can get these next two kills, it would be an ace from him. Part of which would be under that sort of clutch circumstance in a post plant too. Tokyo getting that sound cue due to the quad kill from Tokyo, looking for the ace. Potentially Peppermint's the last one left. The only barrier stopping him from an ace here to win the round for his team. Peppermint holding an angle from Logi onto Bed Hall, might rotate around to that mirror. There is an air jab covering it. Star looking for the defuse now. Will just barely not spot him. Star gonna get aggro here. Low time, needs to get something soon. 7, and he won't be able to get the plant defused. Peppermint stops the ace. Stops the bleeding to an extent. And does finally pick up a round for Team Bedtime. Star in 3 rounds, 11 kills, 2 4Ks, and a 3K. Really, really impressive from him. You don't see that every day. That is really impressive to watch.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Silence there. Going on to the third to last round. Technically, we have passed that sort of quarter mark, halfway through the half. It's the same thing as through the first quarter. So looking at the 4th round, returning to CC and Cash, who will be the defending team. And the only reason that they won this was because in a 1v1, Star ended up winning thanks to bringing the Maestro and having 80 rounds to use, compared to a, comparatively speaking, measly 30 on Tokyo.
5 seconds remaining.
But in all honesty, that's the big reason. He just won the gunfight, and that's all that has to happen for Periodic Inferno to win these rounds. They just need to win gunfights here, because they're doing alright enough on strats. I think it could be a bit better, but it's not terrible. They just need to get stronger gun skill here. We'll have to see if that same thing can happen again. We saw the very first round where the Maverick of Takeesh ended up opening up that sort of classic hole on the bottom right here of this wall, and that's usually used by where Peppermint is positioned to get rid of any bandits, but there's a Kaid, so it's a bit harder to deal with, and as a result, you know, don't know why he's not going for the frag hole as a result of that. I mean, it's the classic Kaid setup where you have the claw right there behind, he's shoving in, and then the other one in red. Smoke wave already being used there by Tyson, but he'll be taken down by Peppermint again! Twice now! But the smoke has been the first pick here. The person that you don't want to die first. He did use one smoke wave, but still, that's 20 seconds lost. and only a minute in, so did take a bit of downtime, but it was well worth it. And there goes one of the Kite Claws. That's going to give, or almost give the opportunity for the Thermite of Spearmint to get into position here. Trying to... Oddly enough, he's on the other side of the top floor here, trying to roam clear, considering that he's hard support and has the diffuser. I don't think that that's a very smart decision. Spearmint, actually, pardon me, that would be Bond taking down VT. That is lower, though. He actually slid into bathroom there after almost getting his head taken off by Spearmint. I don't know what Bet was even doing there. He was just sitting in bathroom. I think he's trying to rotate back to side at this point. He's holding the window, and he'll take down Tokyo. 3v4, 2v4. Bot will get a double kill. 1v4 now. Spearmint will take down Bet. It's just Star. Again, 1 versus 4 situation. In order for him to clutch this, he would need to get 4 kills, but gets none. Takeshi shuts him down. 2-2 now. These two teams have tied up here. Anyways, on to the next round. The penultimate round here. We have a CC defense, again, the 3rd time from Periodic Inferno. They're 1-on-1 on this objective, so currently their success rate is a coin flip. You can consider that good, you can consider that bad. However you want to look at it, it is what is happening. So could potentially be a bit better for them. Then again, it is a defender-ish favored map. I would say the club is more 50-50, but this is usually a defender-favored game, so I'd say it more favors the defense than the offense. So that's my 2 cents on it, and this is the same lineup, just moved around a bit. I think there's the Maverick is not the Maverick. Mai is new. Everything else is the exact same, though, so I'm a bit confused as to what they changed. I'm going to try and figure that out. Let's see. It's the Jaeger. They gave up. They switched around Mai for Jaeger. So they still have that throwable denial, but now it's, I'd say, less strong, considering that Jaeger has those 3 ADSs which have infinite charges, but admittedly on a cooldown. In comparison, Mai, he has 4 magnets. Used to have 5 and a shield, but now has no shield and 4 magnets. So I think that that's not... I don't think it's a very smart choice. But it is an interesting... It is an interesting choice to change. And we'll have to see how that affects how the attacking team responds and how the defending team plays with that. They have already decided to use the majority of that Mai's utility to hold down Raptors. I think that that's the reason why they switched that around, is that way they have the MP5K and the 1.5 to properly play that, but we'll have to see if Reeds can actually stop that wall from being open. Nope. He is not Star. He is not able to impact trick that, or he decides not to. And the Thermite there of Spearmint is able to get the wall open. Oh my god. What are you doing, Spearmint? He just opened up a hatch with a Thermite charge. Ignoring Khan's wall outside, got the wall open with a Thermite charge. The spot will fall at the hands of Yatice. Congratulations to him on graduating to becoming a McDonald's fries worker instead of a Krispy Kreme employee. Just to roast him very quickly. Peppermint lowered on the wall, presumably thanks to a Kaid Claw. But Spearmint, after using that wad on the Logi hatch, I'm kind of... It is not minty, it is sour. Star lowered there. I don't exactly know how. I think it's Peppermint playing Upside Down Repel. That's my best guess. Still need to deal, however, with that shield there on CC. Star lowered as he's actually picked off by Spearmint. It's a 3v4 now. Man advantage will favor the team of Takeshi and Team Bedtime. 3v3. Yatice gets a double kill on the Spearmint. And oh my god, VT just ignored Peppermint, who got a 3k onto Tice and VT, and he just let him walk right past him. Instead of knifing him, instead of killing him, he just let him walk onto the objective. Jesus Christ. What some blunders from both sides. Takeshi, thank you. Thank you for closing this round out. I'm feeling very combative right now, folks, because this is ugly. This is ugly. Thermite charging a soft hatch. A soft hatch on the roof. Letting somebody walk into sight that is right in front of you, not checking right behind you on red, and just presuming that it's clear. These are some really basic mistakes here, and it is entertaining, but it is also infuriating in that it is so dumb.
Defenders,
On to the
protect your
next
bombs
round.
from being defused by attackers.
Final round of the first half. Basement defense from from Team Periodic Inferno. Like a similar lineup. The only difference is I think that now there's a
10 seconds to insertion.
castle instead of a Jaeger. There is now a castle, that's what I can confirm. The rest of it appears to be the same. The only difference is that it's in the, I don't know what it's in the place of. And they just castled the top of blue, even though there's a window right there that's a normal barricade, and nobody's gonna try and move into blue from stock on this site. They're just gonna take the window if they want to do that. I don't know why. I don't know what they're expecting here, but I do think what is expected currently of the attacking team is that it's a CC defense, which is confused. I think they're confused as well, considering that that's a soft wall. I don't think they were ready for the basement defense. I think, however, they are now realizing that, and dirt wall is zapped here, so they will need to throw a frag grenade in or something. Or just Maverick trick it, as we see now from Quiche, who is gonna... what? I think he's just gonna try and set up that same sort of strategy and allow the Thermite there to handle it, even though they probably would want to just Maverick it. They have enough fuel to afford that. Same pre-prepped C4 there from Star. I don't think it's gonna get him anything. He doesn't look like he has any nitros to be able to tell him. Why don't you put in a Valkyrie cam in there so that way you can tell? And the Thermite of Spearman is nitro will go out and actually down bots, so lower Spearman as well. And surprisingly enough, Spearman is able to connect with that. I'm surprised that the castle there of Yatice didn't try and actually take that out and deny them the hatch, or at the very least make it harder for them to get the hatch. But Spearman and Bod, both of them lowered. Bod is at a revive health now. Spearman probably lost a bar from that, maybe a bit less. Spearman will be lowered as he's trying to push dirt, and Dakisha's down now. Looking to finish him off, potentially be VT, but he'll be punished for that greed there. 3v5, 3v4 Spearman and Peppermint get a kill on the VT, and Star Reeds pick up Peppermint. Tokyo get a kill of his own there. It's a 2v4 now. Looking messy here for the defending team of Periodic Inferno. It's at the just Yatice and Reeds. Reeds holding down Moto here. Don't know why exactly he's trying to pre-fire that, considering that nobody's really pushing blue anymore. Yatice is down, so it could very well be a 1v4 soon. If Tice is not revived, is thrown out there and hard pinged. Doesn't matter though. Round will end with not so much of a bang as it is with a whimper, really, for Team Periodic Inferno, as they will go into their attacking half down 4-2. Taking a peek at the scoreboard, 11-4. So ever since those first 3 rounds, Star has yet to pick up any kills. 3-1-2-1, 6-7-8-4-3. Interesting note of Periodic Inferno's kills. Almost half of them, or more than half of them, 2/3 to be approximately. About 2/3 have come from Star. 6 from Reeds, VT, Tice, and Bet. 4 people combined to make just over half of Star's kills. So it is a bit embarrassing considering that in those last 3 rounds he had not picked up a single kill. He had picked up downs, but downs don't really count. Now, interestingly enough, a gym bedroom hold here from Team Bedtime. I don't know if this is because they think it's their strongest side, or if they're trying to do that sort of strategy of going from your weakest to your strongest in hopes of gaining momentum. I don't know exactly. It appears that they have set themselves up for a extension into cash. They do have the reinforcements for that and the mute as well. They have yet to actually put a castle on it, which is confusing. Why? Why? They don't have the footholds. They do have a standing rotate, though. They are now going to set the footholds. They barricaded bedroom window. Even though they don't have a mirror, they barricaded it? They did barricade this door, which makes sense. Cover the mute jammer there. And then they don't have an ADS or anything covering the drone hole / frag hole. Not to mention the fact that Star can just create a frag hole himself. Don't know why I'm speaking in a tongue. And they have all the materials necessary to extend properly, except for a castle barricade, and maybe expand. Ugh, making word soup over here. Expand, as you can tell, the sightline here. Maybe add some footholds on Logi's side, but don't know why they didn't put the castle barricade there. It's kind of stupid, frankly. Impact going out there from Spearman, all it does is just burns a bar away from him. He did take out a few pellets. I think he took out 2, but that's nothing. That is very little in comparison to what it cost him, was both impacts and a quarter of his health, and he didn't even lower anybody. So, you know, it was a waste. 5v4, 4v4. Dakish blows Star away. Got turned into Team Rocket. Reeds, however, did get the first kill of the second half. Took out Bot there as he was trying to hold down Bedroom, which is unfortunate to say the least. 3v4. Peppermint will take down VT. 2v4 now. 2v3. Bet will take down 2. 1, pardon me, will take down Tokyo. Peppermint got the kill there under Reeds. Earlier, Spearmint will get 1. I think it ties us up to just bad season. 1 versus 2. If he gets these next 2 kills, it would be a 3K from him. Looking for something currently. 45 seconds left in the round. Trying to find it here. Will rotate to the con side.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Lying in wait is Dakish there, on in the footholds. I don't know if Spearman realized it, but that is right behind him. Now he's rotated around, and Dakish reads him like a book. Getting the nitro kill and a nice kill there. Headshot to win the first round of the second half. 5-2 now. 3-round advantage for Team Bedtime, and now it is ride or die for Periodic Inferno. I mean, if they don't win this next round, it's 2-6. They have to win 4 rounds in a row, on attack, on Clubhouse. That is a difficult feat in general. Not to mention on Clubhouse, which is rather demanding in terms of getting walls and coordinating properly. So it is looking like if Team Bedtime wins this next round, it is going to be essentially the end game for them. That's all they have to do. It's not too difficult. It's just going to be winning 1 round, and then they'd be able to go to their strongest side, and theoretically strongest side, and then go home if they win that one. They'll be going down to basement, and say a very much turtley lineup. They have the mute, they have the Maestro there. Speaking of which, the Maestro might be trying to impact trick Jaeger, and then the Vigil is the roam, and Kaid, of course. No reason not to bring the Kaid, considering that it's available. So, not too much of a shocker there. Will be interesting to see if the attacking team can sort of break through, which is, I think their big problem right now is that they're not really able to break through. They're not getting walls. Admittedly, it's only 1 round in, but based off of that last round, they didn't really get any walls. They didn't really push together. It's just seeming like 5 guys solo queuing together here in a competitive setting. which is not really the way that you want to. It's not really the way that you want to roll. So, is looking dire, I'd say, for them. They do need to figure out a strategy of attack and follow it. Just looking at utility placement really quickly. I don't know why that wall isn't reinforced. I'd presume that they have enough reinforcements to handle that. And interestingly enough, blue has been abandoned here. They do have a evil eye watching it, but that would be periodic on the attack, as Reeds will take down Peppermint and takes out the Vigil. Will get them the man advantage. That's what they need right now. I think that might have been the roam cleared, unless Tokyo is on the roam here. He's not. It's 4 man on site and 1 roamer. Did waste about a minute, technically, but still, that is now allowing the attacking team control of blue here. They do clear out that Maestro Evil Eye, so alas, Spearmint's Evil Eyes will not be able to make an effect there. He does check that B1 cam on placement. I'm not going to really criticize it all that much, and if they had just set up a sightline and, oh my god, the mute is actually doing it. He is actually going to lower Reeds to 20 health, 1 bar is down, and 5v3, Bet turns it around and actually takes out Bot. 2-man advantage favoring Team Periodic Inferno. Tokyo lower there thanks to those footholds, and it seems currently that whatever they had set up, whatever Periodic Inferno had, or not Periodic Inferno, pardon me, Bedtime had set up, now Periodic Inferno is sort of turning it against them. 4v3 Takeshi will take down Star and stops the bleeding, really. Damage has been done for them. It's down to the final minute. They really do need to consider trying to plant now, as VT is eyeing it. He does have smokes, he will push in here. As Takeshi is in position, not Takeshi, Tokyo is in position to stop it. The spray through the smoke. I don't know why he isn't trying to stop it, as VT will be able to take a 3v3. Tice did fall there. VT will lower Tokyo, and he himself was lower there. I don't know why he didn't try and stop the plant. That's a blunder from him. 2v3 as Tokyo will pick off VT. And Reeds is quite low here. He's really the only chance. 1v3, Spearman will take down Reeds. And nil v3, Spearman gets the double kill there on the bed. To the just nobody. Takeshika Spearman's out of the round. 6-2. Team Bedtime dominant right now. And it looks like we might be at the beginning of the end here. That's certainly what it seems like, considering that, you know, it's 6-2. In order for the attacking team of Periodic Inferno to even just stand a chance here, and even just go to overtime, which from there's no guarantee, they need to win 4 rounds in a row. And they cannot let up a single round. If they want to do that, I think what needs to happen is that they need to I'm not exactly sure how to word this best, but I would say that they just need to pretty clearly try and get kills. I mean, in comparison, 40 kills, 10, 20, 30, 35, 38, pardon me. In comparison, 16, 17, 20, 23. 23 versus 38. It's a 15 kill deficit. That's, in terms of pure kills, 3 rounds. So if they could just get a couple more kills here, then I'd say that they'd be in a really good position. That and trading. Kills, trading, those are 2 things that all teams suffer from. But I'd say the X factor really for them is that they're not getting walls. They will slowly get them, but it's just not quick enough for it to really make a difference here, and they do need to get it rather quickly, rather efficiently, and then actually play it, because they might get the wall, but they're not actually playing it. It's just, they just seem like a mess on the attack. We saw that with the execute last round. I mean, smoking right on top of yourself is not how you're supposed to do it. He didn't even have control of the site, but luckily, Tokyo never punished him for it. Tokyo did not try and stop the plant properly, so ended up allowing the plant to go down, but they still won it. So is a bit of an embarrassment, as Tokyo's now holding an angle actually on a stock. Will lower bet, downs him, looks to finish it off, but alas, was not able to, ran out of ammo. He is getting teases of Bet as a smoke beam will go out and does push Bet away from the doorway there. I'd say a bit of a waste of a smoke considering that he was far enough away at this point, but you did bring the Zofia down quite a bit to 20 health and wasted some time there. Slowing down the push of Periodic Inferno is certainly what they're looking for at this point. Now, 5v4, Star will actually pick off Spearman, and he needs to have a star-making performance right now if they want to stand a chance here, if they need that morale boost at this point. Not going to open up Conzuel since it was actually left soft by Team Bedtime. As you can tell, just holding on the objective here. They don't even have Rafters possession. They have Rotate there. They haven't closed it. They can't close it considering that there's a Nomad sitting there, but they don't have anybody playing Rafters. They have almost all of them are on the same general area. That's gotta be a formula for a mess. The Kaid, a 3 armor. Dakish is off-site 5v3. Yatice makes a kill happen. 5v2, Star will get a double kill there onto Bot. And now Peppermint, the next one up. He'll fall at the hands of Star for 3k now. Tokyo, the last one left. 1 versus all. Facing the entirety of Team Periodic Inferno. Bet will take down Star. Stops from getting the 4th. Reeds will get a TK out of Bet, so technically trades his teammate in terms of TKs. And Tokyo will fall after Reeds. Messy round. 2 TKs went out. But then again, the round did go the way of Periodic Inferno, which is the way that they wanted it to go. Congrats to them on winning that round, and it was just a matter of, I think a bit of overconfidence on the side of Team Bedtime. Really, they just gave up 2 kills really early in the round, and then were unable to recover after that point. So it was just messy from them. I mean, having your Kaid roaming, I don't know what for, but having him roaming is not the way that you want this to roll. It's not how it's supposed to go. So on to the next round and potentially the final round here. It's 6-3, so 3 more rounds need to be won by, by Periodic Inferno, which will be interesting to see if they can actually do it. But looking to do the same castle setup, which is a bit of a mistake considering that they are looking to extend a cache, which requires a castle barricade on this cache door. But they're using it on the gym window instead. And the problem with window barricades is that a sledge or a breaching charge can literally just be placed there. Ash can put a breaching charge, or if there's a sledge, I would say that he can put a single hit of the hammer, and it's gone. In comparison, a barricade here on this doorway means that you have to either, throw some utility at it, throw an explosive, an Ash charge, a Sophia impact, a Salma, something, in order to open it, or you don't open it at all. It's actually slowing down the attack in that sense. It's wasting their utility, and it's cutting off an important sightline. That's the purpose of Castle. But if you don't know how to use him, he is a waste. Sure, he brings a shotgun, so you can say, oh, he has remodeling power, but then bring smoke if you want remodeling power. Which they're not bringing smoke. They are bringing mute, which is common with an extension, but they're not bringing the smoke. If you're not going to use Castle properly, then just bring somebody else with a shotgun, or somebody else in general.
Bomb located by attackers.
That's my 2 cents. In all honesty, 5v4. Tice takes down Spearman, and that might be a bad start. That is certainly a bad start for the defending team of Team Bedtime. Bet will get a kill on Tokyo, and it seems like once they're at match point, Periodic Inferno has managed to fully wake up here, and Bedtime might actually be going to sleep. Dakish looking for the flank here. We'll have to see if he can get it. It's alerting his presence there to Reeds. Will pick him off as 3v3. Hot will actually take it down Yatice, and it's even number situation now. Up to Bet, and Star will get a kill on the Dakish. You can see at the man advantage again for his team. BT now looking to actually knife that open. Is going to waste some time. 3v1. Star going to get a double kill on Peppermint. It's up to just Bot here. Playing the bomb chassis, Bet will shut him off for a double kill of his own. That'll be another round for Periodic Inferno, and jeez, this is truly, this is so confusing. So somehow Periodic Inferno can't attack until they're at match point, and some way Team Bedtime can do it all, or can do most up until they have to finish it off. That or they're just giving up a... That or they're just giving it up here to the other team. But it's just messy. It's just confusing. Boys and girls,
Attackers
I
need
am
to locate and
confusion.
defuse bombs.
Honestly. Now on to, once again, potentially the final round. It's just going to depend on if the defenders can execute here, if they can stop making silly mistakes and losing gunfights early on in the round. If they can do that, they could win. It will just matter on if they can properly get kills and get trades. And already a bad start. There's no smoke and there's no impacts. Spearmint, the only chance of them having a shotgun, technically. I don't count Peppermint, considering that I don't like people bringing... I don't count Jaeger either, considering that I don't like people bringing the M10 or the M870. And Dakish... Oh my god. He just reached, ignored Dakish. Didn't drone it at all. So there goes 2 of their drones, and their anti-fragger Star will pick off Tokyo, though, so good trade in a sense to take down one of the important members of Team Bedtime, and DT is lower there as well as Bad as they've actually taken the objective. I don't know how. They just rushed site. Everyone will fall double kill there from Star. Will actually end up being the difference maker. 3K now, he'll take out Bot, looking for the 4th potentially. Takish looking to rotate back to side as somehow Bedtime gave up the objective. They actually gave up the objective to Pionic in front of 3v1. Ben will take down Spearmint, but Takish picks off VT. He gets a 3K now into Bet, and will trade his teammate. Takes down Vatice. Or Gutice, pardon me. I almost read that as a V for some reason. Looking for the ace. He'll get it. Does take down Gutice. Did not finish him off, but he will be able to finish the counter defuse. And kills when it comes to winning that round. It doesn't matter that he didn't finish the ace. He got the ace in everybody's hearts and minds. In his team's hearts and minds, he got the ace. And with 15 kills, the MVP of his game, of his team for this game. Team Bedtime, 7-4. Periodic Inferno. 15-10-10-5-4. 19-5-6-6-1. Almost a 20 bomb by V-Star. X-V-Star.
Ace is so bad. Ace is fucking terrible. Ace is fucking shit, man. You guys are fucking shit, man. You guys are fucking shit.
I had a Pistons, bro. Yo, y'all are toxic.
Yo, I was playing with my toes, bro. What are you?
Yeah, man. I had my controller on my butt that game, and I still fucking positive.
Alright, GG.
GG.
Yeah, GG.
Well,
There's one thing I don't understand.
Y'all niggas is fucking ass, nigga. No bullshit. Y'all niggas is fucking terrible.
Did you not just fucking
Don't be
racist.
Don't be racist.
Yeah,
I can say that, bro. How am I racist? I can say that. What the fuck?
Y'all
Y'all
you're white. Shut up, you're white.
You're white. You're white.
Shut up, you're
Just
white.
don't say it, man. Just don't say it, man. We don't
Fucking
wait, guys.
crackers.
We gotta go another one,
Fucking
guys. Go back to
stupid
party.
ass crackers.
We
Fuck
have
y'all
another
niggas.
fucking league game in 5 minutes. Go party check.
Yo. Alright, GG's.
Okay then.